Welcome to the first episode of Keith Noble's Show, brought to you by Auto Chicks and the Nobles Financial Network. So, thank you for tuning in and watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to talk about a lot of things here on this series, and it may not be daily, but it'll be pretty close to daily that we do episodes. So you can tell, I'm out here in nature. I'm out here with rocks and the trees and the birds and the animals. And there's a reason for that. And as we're going to talk a lot in this videocast series about natural rights and about equality and the equality of man, and that all men were born equal. What they do with it after that is their business. It's their dreams, their labor, their desires, their intelligence, their efforts, their ability to cooperate with other people. There's a school of thought out there right now, commonly called progressivism, that denies that. That's not what they are. That's not what they believe. That's not what they think. They think that the role of government is to make things equal. The role of government is to take the inequalities of mankind and level them out. We're going to talk a lot about where this came from. We can trace back the idea of individual rights to Greece, to Rome, to Christianity, to the Renaissance, to the Reformation, to the Enlightenment, right through to the Constitution. And there were splits in how the world was viewed as a result of the Enlightenment. There was a school of thought, perhaps epitomized by John Locke, about natural rights and individual rights, and everyone was born equal, and what they do with it after that is their business, but that the role of government is simply to protect those natural rights and let everyone find their own level, live their own dream, do what they want to do. On the other hand, you had people like Rousseau, who had an entirely different school of thought. It led to Hegel, led to what's commonly called the Frankfurt School in mid-19th century Germany, that arrived at the conclusion that men were not, or most men were not suited for living their life as they see, that they needed an elite few to decide these things for them, make it fair, look out for them. The Frankfurt School produced Nazism, communism, fascism, and progressivism. And of course, progressivism is very big in the United States today. And this is the basic argument, the basic battle, the basic two views. Do you have a view of the world where everyone is born equal, the same natural rights? None is better than the other in that sense, and each individual will get to live out their dream, live out their desires, do as they wish. As long as they don't hurt other people, they don't steal things, they are free to go do as they want. Or do you have a view of the world where the role of government is to make things fair? Of course, by fair, what they mean is those who don't do as well get more, those who do well get less or nothing at all. This is a basic distinction in our current society. In our politics, in our economics, in culture, it runs the whole gamut. It's a fault line for where we are as a people. So the idea here that many people have on the progressive side, that a few elite politicians, bureaucrats, etc., can make things fair, can decide for everyone what's best by restricting people. I find that absurd. I oppose that. If you favor that, I encourage you to keep watching, but you may not like the things that you hear. You may not like the things that I have to say, but watch anyway. I dare you, please. The idea here that a few elite can structure society in such a way that everyone is better off has been disproven over and over and over, especially over the last 100 years. I mean, this is where Lenin came from. This is where Hitler came from. This is where Mussolini came from. This is where Castro came from. This is where Ortega came from. Where Maduro comes from. It leads to disaster. It's not what human beings are meant to be. It's not what human beings prosper under. It's not what human beings flourish under. Human beings flourish under freedom. And freedom in which the proper role of government is protecting your rights, not taking them away, not abolishing them. The idea, as many, Bastiat to Mises to Hayek to Sowell, we go on and on with that list, have pointed out that the idea that an elite few can somehow figure this out, figure out the inequities between people and repair that without bringing into it their own inequities is absurd. I'm kind of well known for using the phrase that we're striving for peak absurdity. And of course, progressivism is peak absurdity. This idea that a few people can figure it out for everybody never works, ever. In all of history, has it ever worked? Yet, progressives we can do this. We know how to do this. Well, I refute that. I deny that. I abhor that idea. So if you want to understand why I abhor that idea, why I refute that idea, I would encourage you to keep watching, to subscribe to the channel, the Keith Nobles channel on YouTube. This is going to be quite interesting because every day we have new and more insane examples of why this is a bad idea and does not work. So, thank you for tuning in. Watch on the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go look up Nobles Financial Network on Facebook and go look at the Auto Chicks. Thank you so much.